A lot of work ahead for detectives, Julie, as they're stretched out thin with 6 homicides on their hands and none of them solved. So there really is no sight of a lighter workload up ahead. Joey and Julie, this is the apartment where the fire started, apartment G, and you can see just how high the flames were, with black leading all the way up to the roof. 6 units have been impacted so far by this fire. Red Cross volunteers are still trying to reach out to other residents here and offer them help. Good morning. What I'm holding right here is a little piece of history, just the first couple of bits of concrete at the groundbreaking site. City officials and including Mayor Ashley Swearingen will be taking these heavy hammers here and conducting their groundbreaking ceremony behind this amazingly wonderful historic picture of the last time there was a groundbreaking ceremony here at the Fulton Mall. And look what we found as we were looking around. Channel 24 front and center for this momentous event back in the 1960s. We're standing right on that LeGrand turnoff off of northbound Highway 99, and that's where the pursuit came to an end. At 5:15 a.m. this morning, 2 males were taken into custody. They are in the cars. Those patrol vehicles behind me right now, that chase started in North Fresno near the Nice area. So those 2 suspects being booked into custody. Now detectives who have been on the hunt for McCann for the past 5 days, naturally exhausted, but finally able to say that they have their man in custody, and also telling us that they would have never been able to locate McCann in the area where they found him if it wasn't for Peter. You could just dream as big as you want. Even the naysayers are out here buying tickets recently. So I think if I win, because we do have a work pool going and I've also bought some tickets on my own, I don't even know where to start. I think it's an overwhelming amount of money, but I definitely have, like Joey, a beach house on the list, paying off my mom's mortgage, and who knows what else. But you probably will find me back at work the next day just because I actually enjoy my job. The hunt is on for suspects accused of beating an elderly man, apparently just for being Sikh. The Fresno Police Department is investigating the case as a hate crime. Police say the 68-year-old man was waiting for a ride to work Saturday morning near the intersection of Shields and Brawley in northwest Fresno. California Citrus Mutual says Saturday night's hard freeze across the valley did not damage citrus crops. We still get our orange juice. The CCM reports that temperatures across the valley were manageable. They ranged in the upper 20s to low 30s. And Thanksgiving, of course, one of the busiest travel times of the year. And with all that traffic comes delays and potential weather problems. Good news is right now, Interstate 5 at the Grapevine Pass is open and clear in both directions. There are no travel restrictions at this hour. Last year, the California Highway Patrol says 45 people died on the roads Thanksgiving weekend. The wet weather is only making things worse, so be prepared if you're traveling. Also developing a rare emergency declaration from the city of Fresno as the mayor and other leaders are promising action at the Somerset Village apartments. Nearly 1,800 residents have not had natural gas for 2 weeks, no heat nor hot water. Mayor Ashley Swearingen signed the city's first state of emergency since 2003. She says it gives the city control of the property if the owner doesn't begin repairs by Tuesday. All right, severe weather continues to hit parts of Texas in Lubbock, Texas. So if we thought we had it bad, check this out. Blizzard conditions, stranded drivers, and closed roads. Lubbock's mayor declared a state of emergency yesterday, lasting through the week. Many drivers stuck in snow got help getting out from Good Samaritans, looking to keep people safe over the holiday weekend. And some sad news from the sports world. A former World Series champion from the Valley has died. Dave Henderson passed away yesterday. He played for 5 teams during his 14-year career. He was also a part of the Oakland A's team that went to the 3 World Series in 4 years. It was a busy weekend on the roads and in the skies as many people made their way back home. The Fresno Yosemite International Airport was packed with travelers yesterday. Some say weather in other parts of the country caused flight delays. Others say the time spent traveling is worth it to see family. Imagine being locked away from society, kept in a cage, treated as less than. The line between the inmates now caring for 5 Madera County shelter dogs on the brink of being euthanized are sadly blurred. Both are fighting for a second chance at life. Through a newly implemented program, both get to work towards a new tomorrow together. More than 4,000 animals a year are processed at Madera County Animal Shelter, many of them unsocialized, running loose on the streets, and displaying signs of emotional distress, likely from being abused. Their chances of finding a home, very slim. Their likely future, death. The unlikely solution to the problem lies behind these prison doors. Meet Nico, a Beagle mix, Rosie, a Terrier mix, Ducky, a Jack Russell mix, Vitalia, a 7-month-old Lab Pit Bull mix, and Marco, the Chihuahua. These 5 pooches have spent the past 6 weeks, 24 hours a day with their new trainers at Valley State Prison. Their presence is already making an impact.
Guys walk by and they see, oh my gosh, there's a dog in prison. Look at that, there's a dog. So it's, even on this yard, it's just more mellow.
Officials at the facility worked for 7 years to get the Valley State Prison Very Special Puppies program approved and launched. Lieutenant Tony Martinez says he knew it would be a game changer.
I'm passionate because I think we save the dogs, for one, and it helps the inmate population kind of better themselves. We make them responsible for something other than themselves.
Lieutenant Martinez did a great job asking us a lot of questions. He got a feel for, who was actually wanted to be a positive influence on the program. And
the institution's warden says there were many factors that contributed to him approving the program. One was the cost. The program is cost-free. Allie and Mel, the certified dog trainer, is a volunteer, and all of the equipment and food needed is donated by a nonprofit.
I didn't really implement this program in mind to have these guys parole and be dog trainers. I felt that I wanted to build that social skill with them, that sense of responsibility and having something to care for and nurture.
The warden's plan is working.
It's helping us to learn to care for something else other than ourselves.
Jared has been in prison for 2 years. He says he will be here for a long time. He has found staying focused on his rehabilitation process difficult. That is, until Rosie came into his life.
Watching her mind work as I'm asking for the command or the cue is amazing. And she looks to me for direction. I take that to heart. My blood pressure has went down, stress levels gone down, I've lost weight. That just, on a personal level, for me, that's what it's like.
George Carter is one of Nico's trainers. He's been in prison for 10 years and left his kids behind.
I miss my kids, I miss my family, and, but with Nico, it's cool.
Self-esteem and unconditional love seem to be an overarching theme. All of the program participants are required to keep a diary of their dog's daily progress.
She loves to just run and wrestle with the other dog.
8 o'clock, came back in, lots of play, ran and ran.
I pull Vitalia out of her crate for what I call devotion time, where I just hold her and give her a lot of love and affection. It's the best part of my day.
3 weeks later, we returned, this time for graduation. After 10 weeks of being with their handlers for 24 hours a day, they're ready for adoption. 3 of the 5 dogs aren't going too far. They've been adopted by some of the prison's staff. Saying goodbye is something the inmates knew would be difficult.
I'm going to miss her tremendously. It's bittersweet.
Although it's tough to let go, both are making strides towards their tomorrow.
Everybody, oh, it's okay. I love you.
Leaving one question: who saved who? In a few days, the inmates will receive a new group of dogs and start the process all over again. Lieutenant Martinez says their hope is to transition into a longer program that would train dogs to be service animals, eventually keeping a therapy dog for the facility's mental health department. Gaby Rodriguez, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.